Good evening, everyone, from the Central Illinois Weather Network. I'm Larry Eastep. Just before 9 o'clock on this Easter Sunday, 2010, we're watching a very serious storm continuing. Storm Predator here from St. Louis shows us this particular cell. It's going to move north of St. Louis, as is most of the line right now. This stretches all the way back through Sedalia over Missouri and now into the area just to the west of Jacksonville, Illinois. But this storm is going to move north of St. Louis. However, it has a tornado on the ground as of last report. Let's go in on this with Storm Lab and show you what we're talking about. And I can tell you one thing for sure, this storm has power to it, evidenced by a couple of things here. We're seeing the new tornado warning just being posted here, and we'll get this to you as quickly as we can, the information on this. But I want to show you here, we're going to zoom in on this real close because this particular return, this blue and intense purple, is a 78 dBz return, which that may not mean much to you, but in meteorological circles that would tell you an extremely intense thunderstorm. And I don't remember seeing these colors on a radar in Illinois or Missouri anytime in recent past. This thing has a very pronounced V-notch. It has all the indications of a damaging and deadly tornado at night, moving through sparsely populated areas and moving towards a number of counties. This storm is massive. It is not showing signs of weakening. In fact, just the opposite. So let's get into this warning. I want to show you what we're talking about here. We're going to focus on this. A tornado warning in effect till 9:30 for Calhoun County in southwest Illinois, northern Lincoln County in east central Missouri, and southeastern Pike County in northeast Missouri. At 8:54, this is in effect till 9:30 Central Time. At 8:54 Central Time, National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. It was located near Eolia, moving towards the east at 50 miles an hour. That is 10 miles northwest of Ellsbury. Persons in the path of this storm would be Ellsbury, Clarksville, Bellevue, Hardin, Painesville, New Hope, Anida, Mosier, Hamburg, Foley, Campsville, Batchtown, and Michael. Again, a tornado warning. This has had reports of tornadoes on the ground throughout the evening. We have had damage reports, power lines, and trees down in many areas from this. Winds with this storm would be likely in excess of 80 miles an hour in absence of the tornado. But with the tornado, that definitely is a bigger threat. Let's put velocity on here. Again, we're looking from the St. Louis radar. This is scary. When you see this red and green, radar sites down here to the southwest, so we're not seeing the usual where the red and green would change at the radar site going east or west. This is out probably a good 50 to 75 miles to the northwest or the north of the radar site, so we're not dealing with that. But look at this intense green and red, and I just lost it, so let's go back out. Sometimes that happens when we zoom in here. They're repositioning the radar, so we'll show it from a different angle here. East of Eolia, this thing is not a good situation. Let's go back to reflectivity because I want to put a pathcast on this. This is something that Storm Lab Pro does very well. Let's put a pathcast on this because this is important. I read you the towns affected, but this could have a tornado anywhere in this cell. We're going to pick an area here and just kind of go 50 miles an hour to the east. And here's the towns we're talking about, the times we're talking about. We're talking about this storm being in Jerseyville by 9:39 this evening, Carrollton by 9:35, Greenfield by 9:48. This storm's going to track south of I-72 by 50 miles or so, but could affect, let me show you the towns that this could affect if it continues along its current path. And I lost a lot of towns here, so I apologize for this, but moving towards the east at 50 miles an hour, zoomed out here just a bit so I could kind of demonstrate this. Again, we're talking about towns in the path of this, starting to move into the Carlinville area, good 40 miles south of Springfield, but moving towards the I-55 corridor eventually. And there are storms behind this that are also severe and now tornadic. We've got a new tornado warning just coming out. We'll get this for you here in just a moment. Let me change a couple of things. You see two different watches here on this map. You see an orange and a yellow. The yellow is a new severe thunderstorm watch until 2 o'clock. The orange is a tornado watch until 11 o'clock. Tornado warnings now for a number of counties again in Missouri and in portions of Illinois, and we will continue to monitor this as this storm now to the west of the storm moving across the Illinois border right now across the Mississippi River is also tornadic. We'll get the latest on that shortly. Lincoln radar shows a band of heavy rain and damaging winds moving into the normal area right now east at this time, and we'll continue to monitor that very closely as well. Also, a severe storm west on I-72 approaching Morgan County in the Jacksonville area. This storm is now out of the warning. It's moving so fast. Morgan County next in line. We have reports now of 1 3/4 inch hail in Pike County, Missouri, with this particular cell that is tornadic to the south. A lot to talk about, a lot to digest. I know I'm trying to go fairly fast here. Storm Predator again showed you this storm. St. Louis, you're not under the gun for this, but if you live between the I-72 and I-70 corridors this evening in Missouri, or rather in Illinois, you're going to see the likelihood of some severe weather over the next couple of hours. These storms are going to continue to march towards the east. Springfield could see some severe weather. Tornadic threat again is going to move towards the Carlinville area. You can see here on this radar in the next hour or two as this storm races actually across into Illinois, west central Illinois. I'm Larry Estep in the Central Illinois Weather Network Storm Tracking Center.